Well, this is it. Classic Call of Duty is dying, and it's Activision's fault. If you haven't heard, Activision has sent cease and desist letters to SM2 and X Labs respectively. If you don't know what these are, SM2 was going to be a fan-made game made on the Call of Duty engine that mashed together the best guns, maps, and game mechanics of every Call of Duty all into one game. Sort of like Call of Duty Mobile or COD Online, but strictly for PC and available to everyone. For those who don't know what X Labs is, or should I say was, X Labs was a Halo Master Chief Collection style launcher of classic Call of Duty games with updated features and security that included the Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty Ghosts, Advanced Warfare, and Black Ops 3. It fixed issues that let people install malware onto your system, boot you offline, and even had a custom regularly updated anti-cheat, along with a custom implementation of controller support with dead zone control and an FOV slider, things that the PC port did not have. The fact of the matter is there is no longer a way to play these old games safely and without cheaters anymore on PC or console. They are effectively dead and unplayable without these clients. Trying to play them will put you at at huge risk. Activision won't support them, and they won't allow other people to support them. There's no longer a way to play these old games safely and without cheaters anymore on PC or console now. They are effectively dead, unplayable. Activision will not support them, and they won't allow other people to support them. There's no way to play them on PC. Because you will just get infected. Same thing with console. They can infect your console and use it to get into your other stuff. Or even then, even if they're not those types of people, they are definitely going to be cheating. I don't think you could ever revisit those games and get a legit game anymore. They're now parts of gaming history that we can never revisit. The crazy part is that two of those were the most populated Call of Duties on PC. Modern Warfare 2 OG and Black Ops 3, the latter of which outsold Modern Warfare 22, the latest Call of Duty, on Steam last month. That's crazy to me. This is a nightmare for game preservation. And it's kind of sad that Activision would rather erase the good things they have done in the past rather than recreate and iterate on them in the future. My only hope is that Plutonium and H1, similar clients to X Labs that preserve and provide aftermarket support for games like World at War, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 3, and Modern Warfare Remastered, can escape the same fate by making changes that give them better legal ground should Activision's lawyers come knocking. I have my doubts, though. I doubt it will ever be enough, because at the end of the day, they don't do it out of lost revenue. BO3 is proof that clients like these drive up the value of old games, since Black Ops 3 was outselling the newest Call of Duty. Even at its $60 price tag, which is way overpriced for a game as old as Black Ops 3. People are still willing to pay this much because these games are so important to the community. But in the end, to Activision, it's not a matter of sales. It's a matter of ego and trapping people into the new disposable COD model. They do not want you playing anything but the new games. Games that are purposely built to have a shelf life of 6 months, so you're left chomping at the bit, craving a new one by the time October comes around again. Just to start the cycle all over again, for as long as they possibly can milk you of those $70 every year. And if you don't fall for it, they'd rather not even take your money at this point. They want suckers and people dependent on them for their game, because it's their job to cover their game. Hell, I probably wouldn't still be here if I wasn't making content on COD. There's almost nothing left in these new games that keep me hooked and make it fun that the old games had. There's no pro perks. There's no engaging party modes. And even if they have party modes, there's manipulated matchmaking in it. So it's not like it's going to be anything different from the main core 6v6 modes. You're still going to have to play absolutely optimally if you're a good player. There's no compelling sandbox with good counterplay anymore. The sandbox is pretty bare bones. What is ever the minimum viable product to put into a game. And realistically, they want to do less than that, simply for the fact that they want mechanics that benefit worse players to be more powerful than the stuff that benefits good players. There is no give and take. The only reason I can even stand the new games is because I can always fall back on the old ones when I need a break and refresh my love for what Call of Duty once was and still could even be. Like I'm at the point where I do not know if I wish to be attached to this franchise anymore. I don't want to bank my channel's success on this volatile franchise. I definitely don't think I could go on with the new games if they ever shut down Plutonium. It preserves my favorite Call of Duty of all time, my comfort Call of Duty, Black Ops 1. And without that game, I don't think I would have the perspective to cover Call of Duty, honestly, or a healthy way to relieve stress. Then, especially the stress the new games put on me. It's a roller coaster of when they will update the game. And it started at Tuesday, and now it's Wednesday. I upload Thursday, so anytime there's a new update, I'm staying up all night to cover it. Like, making Call of Duty content for me is not an easy thing. It's not enjoyable to play. And you get 5 minutes of fun out of 3 hours of playtime. It's not really worth it anymore. Them shutting down Plutonium might be where I have to draw the line for the franchise and move on to new games. I'm beginning to question if it even feels right to make content on these games because it perpetuates a very unhealthy relationship between the players, the developers, and the publisher. And I do not feel like that can change in its current leadership structure. Not unless Microsoft's acquisition comes with some heavy-handed stuff that changes how things are ran over there, or they just overrule the leadership of the independent of the company that they're just acquiring. They really need to change the company's approach to gaming just in general, and actually like try to focus on making something fun. Or at the very least, do not ruin the classic stuff that they already made that was fun, that what people do want. And what people wish that they would bring back. I remember the disappointment when Modern Warfare 2 remastered only was the campaign, and they didn't remaster the multiplayer. Some people were skeptical, because some people didn't like how they handled Modern Warfare Remastered. But at the end of the day, the ability to replay these games are important. It's important to know how we got here, how the Call of Duty franchise is as successful as it is, and we gotta understand where we started and where we'll end up when the last Call of Duty ever fucking releases. These are important things to catalog an event in history. It's crazy to me that we're at this point in gaming, but I guess that's just what happens when you just let companies slip. They just keep sticking the tip in over and over again until eventually, until it's like, okay, maybe the shaft won't be so bad. And the next thing you know, and when it's too late to do anything, they're balls deep in you, and they're just taking you for a ride. What I'm saying is, fuck Activision. At the end of the day, we can only wait until the next move. But until then, I will be very cautious with how I handle Call of Duty moving forward. I was already hesitant to buy the next Call of Duty, I felt like it was my duty to say, hey, you promised 2 years of Modern Warfare 2? So I'm gonna play it for 2 years and see how it is, and then tell you how I feel about it at the very end of those 2 years. Now, I don't think I even want to see what happens after Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 2022. I don't think I do. They need to show some real changes with how things work at the corporate and the developer level. They need to put fans first for a change. Because as it stands now, it feels like they're being actively hostile to the Call of Duty community and their consumer base. And we should not sit there and we should stand up to that. I want you, the viewer, to download Plutonium right now and play it while you still have the chance. Because odds are Activision is gonna take it down. So this might be the last time you get to play Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, and Modern Warfare 3. Thank you for watching. Feel free to say anything I have missed in the comments below. Like if you agree with me. And subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.